Jane, and this is Just Desserts with Jane. Today we're going to be making these witch hat cookies. They're a delicious marshmallow chocolate covered treat that will be perfect for your Halloween parties. So the first step to making our witch's hat is making our homemade marshmallow, and that's going to start with our gelatin sheets. So just soak these in cold water for 7 minutes to start. So once your 7 minutes is up, we're just going to scoop out our gelatin from the water, and we're going to squeeze out all of the excess water and just set aside our gelatin for now. Now we're going to prep our ingredients to make the meringue, which will then become our marshmallow. So here I have fresh egg whites. So we're going to get these into our clean mixing bowl with our whisk attachment. And to this we're going to add 1 vanilla bean. To prepare your vanilla bean, I like to cut down the center with a sharp knife. It does not have to be even, but just cut right down lengthwise and separate it into 2 pieces. Then take each piece individually and wrap it around your fingers, and that's going to help open it up. And then from there, we're going to use the back side of our knife to scrape out the seeds. So just scrape all the way down the bean, and then we're going to add this into our egg whites. And now we're going to start cooking our sugar. So to my saucepan, I'm going to add some water. We're going to add our white sugar. And I also have some light corn syrup that we're going to add. And we're going to start cooking our sugar. You can do this on medium-high heat, but you do want to make sure that you have a thermometer. So we're going to be watching until this reaches 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And once it does, then we're going to turn on our egg mixture. So now that our sugar has reached 250 degrees, we're going to turn on our mixer. And we want our egg whites to get to a medium peak by the time that our sugar reaches 284 degrees. So just keep an eye on your sugar temperature while these are whisking. So now that this has reached 284, we're going to slowly pour it into our egg mixture between the whisk and the bowl. And once that's all added, we're going to take our bloomed gelatin, and you can put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to turn it into a liquid. So now we're going to pour in our melted gelatin into our marshmallow mixture. And we're going to let this mix on high for about 5 minutes until it's really stiff and stretchy like a marshmallow. So after this has been mixing for about 5 minutes, you'll see that it's become very stretchy like a marshmallow. So if we pull it out, it's going to hold its own peaks, and it really is fluffy and a little like jiggly like a marshmallow. So we're going to put this into a piping bag. So now that we have our piping bag ready to go, we're going to take our cookie base and just pipe right onto there. As you pipe, you're going to want to hold even pressure and kind of lift up as you go. You're going to let go of pressure on the bag and pull up to get the tip on your hat. So after a few minutes, your marshmallow will be set up. It'll jiggle a little bit, but it's all set, so don't worry about ruining them. And in this bowl, I have some melted chocolate. You're going to take your cookie with the marshmallow on top, and we're going to go in sideways and rotate the cookie in the bowl so that everything gets well coated. So we're just going to drop it in and give it a turn. We're going to lift it up, and we can give it a little bit of a shake to get any excess chocolate off. So once you have all of your hats covered in chocolate, you'll want to give them a minute or 2 to set up, and then it's time to decorate. So I have this little spray bottle of glitter. They sell these at craft stores. Just make sure you're getting an edible glitter. So I'm going to go on and just spray all of them with some gold. Once we have them all sparkly, we're going to go around and add a little belt on each hat. So in this bag, I have some piping gel. We're going to take our cookie and just pipe around the base where the brim of the hat turns into the top of the hat. So we're just gonna pipe a nice line all the way around, and then we're going to cover that with sprinkles. And then after we have our belt, we're gonna add a little dot of piping gel. And then I have these really cute little pumpkin sprinkles that we're just going to pop on the front. And that is our witch's hat cookies stuffed with vanilla bean marshmallow. I hope you make them for all of your Halloween parties and all your little trick-or-treaters.